President Obama is speaking.
So far, we've identified over 500 reforms, which will save billions of dollars over the next few years. We should have no more regulation than the health, safety, and security of the American people require. Every rule should meet that common sense test.
He's going to cut back on red tape?
But what we can't do,
Oh, here we go.
what I will not do,
Uh-huh.
is let this economic crisis be used as an excuse to wipe out the basic protections that Americans have counted on for decades.
Nobody's ever asked you to do that, so stop double-talking, everybody, with your sophistry. In other words, to eliminate regulations, we're going to pass new regulations to make certain that the old regulations are not diminished in any way, to make certain that the new regulations can come into place.
Jobs and their safety. I reject the argument that says for the economy to grow, we have to roll back protections that ban hidden fees by credit card companies, or rules that keep our kids from being exposed to mercury, or laws that prevent the health insurance industry from shortchanging
Who in the
patients.
world wants to give our children mercury?
I reject the
Are you
idea that we have
crazy?
to strip away collective bargaining rights to compete in a global
A
economy.
night with Venus in a lifetime with mercury makes sense, not what you just said. There's Biden clapping. Apparently there's a big shipment of water guns go out on the stimulus bill.
We shouldn't be in a race
Hillary's
to
being
the
only
bottom.
shown from the top up.
We try to offer the cheapest labor and the worst pollution standards. America should be in a race
come on.
to the top. And I
Please
believe we
stop
can
it
win that
already.
race.
I'm in agony listening to this man. Anybody want anything else from me? Anything about any other topic? Pinocchio Obama's lying again.
In fact,
Someone
this
should
larger
just
notion
scream out, "You
of
lie,"
what we
once.
do to restore
It would make my
prosperity
day.
is dismantle government, refund everybody's money, and
We didn't
let
say
everyone write their own
dismantle
rules,
government.
tell everyone
Nobody
their own
ever
rules.
said dismantle government. We said cut out the corruption, like the $500 million you gave to a solar company that went bankrupt and no one knows where the money is.
Rugged individualists. Yes,
Like
we
the
are
$5
strong,
billion that GE takes in the U.S. and pays no taxes on.
initiative of our workers and entrepreneurs that has made this economy the engine and the envy of the world.
And then whatever he whispers, reach for the 2040. That's all I can tell you.
Throughout our history,
The whisper. When you hear the whisper, you know you're getting it good.
and that there's some things we can only do together as a nation.
Why don't you cut back on
We
some
all
of
remember
Michelle's
Abraham
travel
Lincoln
plans
as
for the
the
rest
leader
of the
who
year?
saved our
Why don't you show us in your own family the sacrifice you're going to make?
But in the middle of a civil war, he was also a leader.
Now
who
we're up to
looked
Lincoln?
to the future. A Republican president who
If
mobilized
he brings up
government to
H.G.
build the
Wells, I'll know that I've
transcontinental
lost my mind altogether.
launched the National Academy of Sciences, set up the
Because
first
H.G.
land
Wells,
grant
by the way, saw a future where there'd be a world government to end world wars, right? If he brings up H.G. Wells, I'm leaving radio. I'm putting that on the line right now. If he references H.G. Wells, I'm quitting radio on the spot.
decided not to build our highways, not to build our bridges, our dams, our airports. What would this country be like if we had chosen not to spend money on public high schools?
Now look at Geithner there. Can't even pay his own mortgage, the schmuck.
or community
There's Leon Panetta. They move him around from one job to the other. He can't do any of them right, but they move him around. Wow, what a government. My God in heaven, this is frightening.
Where would we be
I love government.
had that chance?
I absolutely love government. I just want strong, honest men and women to run it. How's that? Does that work for you, ladies and gentlemen of the Savage Nation? I love government. I just want strong, honest men and women, not these grifters and incompetent boobs that you have around you, Mr. Obama.
How many jobs would it have cost us if past Congress has decided not to support the basic research that led to the Internet and the computer chip?
Like your friends at Google, have they ever paid you back for the basic research that they got from the Defense Department for nothing?
Or Medicare, just because it
Do they
violates...
pay you for the Ames Air Force Base hangar that you let them use? Your friends at Google?
How many Americans would have suffered as a result?
Oh, God.
No single individual built
Again, a whisper,
America
get
on
the
their own.
2040.
We built it together.
You built it together? What have you ever created for this
Always will
country?
be. One
We
nation,
built it
under
together?
God.
What has he ever given this country other than hogwash?
Justice for all, a nation with responsibilities to ourselves and with
A whisper
responsibilities
again.
to one another.
I don't think there's
Members
enough
of Congress,
2040 in the
it is time for
world
us to meet our
for this
responsibilities.
speech. No, I mean 2040, not WD-40. WD-40 is another thing. No, I mean 2040. It's a lubricant. WD-40 loosens up things that are stuck together. 2040 is an actual lubricant. Nice dress, Michelle. Very nice. Very, very high class choice of color. Very dignified. Magenta.
And Republicans in the past. Every proposal I've laid out tonight
let me take a caller. William in Sacramento, welcome to the Savage Nation. William, should I stop this? Is it disrespectful to the president?
No, please don't stop. You watch his speeches like I do. I love it, Doctor. I really do.
But don't you feel the same things going through your soul when you watch these lies?
As a Tea Party member, I'm absolutely sick.
I'm sick watching this. The Republicans should be screaming out, "You lie," every minute. They should be screaming out, "Tell us about the solar company that got $500 million. Nothing. Every minute the seals are jumping up. I'm sending you a free copy of Abuse of Power for your Tea Party, okay? Let's go back to Pinocchio Obama.
And the people who sent us here, the people who hired us to work for them.
Who, the Chinese or the Arabians?
They don't have the luxury of waiting 14 months.
The Chinese I see. The government of China wants quicker results. I'm sorry. I get it. The people who sent them there? Tell us why General Electric, which earned $5 billion in the U.S., paid no income tax, Mr. Obama. You want me very dignified? Tell us why your wife is able to spend over $10 million a year on personal travel, Mr. Obama.
Even day to day. They need help, and they need it now.
Yeah.
I don't pretend that this plan will solve all our problems. It should not be, nor will it be, the last plan of action we propose.
You know, I've heard of jobs that are shovel-ready, and then there's another phrase with a shovel in it that relates to that.
It's been a commitment to stay at it, to be persistent, to keep trying every new idea that works, and listen to
how about cutting back on the government spending? How's that? How's that for a new idea?
Regardless of the arguments we've had in the past, regardless of the arguments we will have in the future, this plan is the right.
I can hear already what's coming later. Oh, the speech was an A+. He hit it out of the ballpark. I can't believe what a brilliant hits. The old Obama is back. What an amazing speech. He saved America single-handedly. He got up there. Oh, my God, we worship him again.
And I ask every American who agrees to lift your voice.
Lift your voice.
Tell the people who are gathered here tonight that you want action now. Tell Washington that doing
nothing. We'd like to see you impeached. That's the action we'd like.
Remind us that if we act as one nation and one people, we have.
We'd like to see you impeached for about 15 misdemeanors.
President Kennedy once said, "Our problems are man-made. Therefore, they can be solved by man. And man can be as big as he wants."
Him and Marilyn Monroe got it on pretty good, too. That was a problem that was man-made.
We are tougher than the
Clinton had a problem that was man-made in the pantry also.
So let's meet the moment.
The only thing she got out of it was a handbag line that failed.
Let's show the world once again why the United States
what did he just say that I missed?
The greatest nation on earth. Thank you very much.
All right, now go for a nice dinner now. They'll tell you how great you were. Now let's break now to the liberals. Oh my God, what a brilliant speech. The man lived up to everything we have ever dreamed of. Can anyone listening to this show tell me anything that this man said, anything this man just said, that makes sense to you? Can anybody tell me you heard anything that will add one dime to the average American? Didn't you see what this was? He's calling for a jobs bill that basically is construction work, and more construction work, which means he's rewarding the unions who are standing behind him 100%.